good here. But you know the great thing about this, and here's the great thing. If we allow it to be, we're surrounded by incredible opportunity. We're surrounded by great people. We are surrounded by people who want to bring hope to our community and who are trying to raise money for themselves, for their organizations that they appreciate. They're entrepreneurs. They're hardworking people. And if you are cool with that, get in on this. All right, are we ready, guys? I was practicing a commercial.
Now we're ready and you're live.
Oh, and we're live. And we're back live with Udicci.TV. All right. Honestly, we're having a little bit of fun tonight. I'm trying to do some things. I'm trying to loosen up. That's not really easy for me when it comes right down to it. We're running about 100 million miles an hour. And as I just explained to our good friend Lisa, who's upstairs, I said, you know what? Some things can run for about 100 miles an hour for a while, but once they get to about 105, they start teetering out. You can feel it as you're coming up to 100. Look, we're going to keep up this pace as long as we can keep it up. But it makes it a lot easier if you join us on all of this stuff. So yeah, if you join us, we'll start fixing these dumb little mistakes that we're doing because we need your help. Just like everybody else, we need more time. We need more money. We need more life. And honestly, it should have begun with, we need more life, because that's what we're at. So with that, welcome to Udicci.TV. Tonight we're going to be talking about purpose. And why are we talking about purpose? Well, you're going to have to figure out the inspiration for this show, and it's contained later on in a little bit of media that we have coming in from Detroit. So with this, let's see if things work. Now guys, I'm going to need this tonight. So if this doesn't work, we're going to pause, we're going to relax, and we're going to just have fun. All right. So here, I didn't mean there. Do you have a mic, by the way? You guys should have a mic. You're the production moderator. Guys, I can't do everything, okay? Am I on? All right.
You're being a jerk on air.
You know what, though, what I figured out is perhaps we need to act just a little bit above who we actually are so that it comes across on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got to figure that part out. Huh?
I was just going to say we should go back and watch the first episode if you haven't yet.
Was it
February 20th? It was smiling faces. So loose.
Huh?
It was so loose. The first episode was so laid back.
Did you like that more?
Yeah, go back and watch. It was fun to watch.
All right, we got to figure out the feel that we want from this show. But here's the thing, I don't want to feel from one show. I want to feel from like 10 shows, and people can tune in to whatever they want to watch, whenever they want to watch it, because that's the beauty of the stuff being online. And that's what we're trying to be as a social media production company. Imagine that. We're the only ones that live stream in Rochester. If you could actually sit there and go, hey, can you go mobile and can you live stream and can you do this thing where you can get like 4 to 5 hours of viewing on YouTube every day? Can you do that? And if the answer is no, come talk to us because we can show you that we did that. And Udicci delivers social solutions. So yeah, we did that. All right, and now on with the show. Are we ready? All right, tonight we're going to be talking about... What's that? Did you not control key one of these?
No, I did.
Did you?
I did.
All right, absolutely. Where are you control queuing?
Oh, that was like 3 minutes ago.
All right, so you guys got to start thinking, right? You got to start figuring out, hey, here's a good...
You just told us not to.
No. I can't think for everybody. And here's the reality. I don't want to. I barely want to think for myself anymore. I just want to sit back, read a good book, down in South Carolina, on the low country. Hey, David Miller, this one's for you. So I want to be down on the low country. I want to wake up with a cup of coffee, all right? I want to go sit out on my back porch, and I want to have coffee with David Michael Miller. And I want to have coffee with you if you want to come here from...
I'm coming to South Carolina.
All right, you come to South Carolina. Tim, Justin, maybe someday. Justin is a South Carolina boy trying to live in a New York world. His mother has a shirt that says, I'm a South Carolina girl, or wants a shirt that says, I'm a South Carolina girl, and I live in a New York world. I think we have a mama's boy.
Nowhere near.
What's that? Oh, you haven't met? What's that? Yeah, this is my son, Justin. Justin Nareda. I'm sorry if we haven't met. All right, come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Justin, come here. Come here. No, you don't need a chair right now. You don't need a chair right now. So Justin's one of, yeah, he'll eventually get in front of the camera. He'll be on, no, none of this yet. Okay, you know what? Fine. This is called improv. All right. So far we've had Sierra, we've had Tori, and we now have Justin. This is Justin. Say hi, Justin. Hello.
Hi. Having a good day? Yeah.
We have another tag on our hands. Did you see last week with tag?
No, I was working.
All right, here's the funny thing about the internet. What people don't necessarily know is, like, we do this live each and every Thursday, and you should be here. But if you're not, you can simply go to Udicci.TV and find it. It's just a channel thing. You do it on Time Warner, you figure it out, it takes you about 30 seconds. Udicci.TV. Watch last week. You'd think my son would understand it was that simple. But I guess I have to think for him, too. So last week with Tag, well, for the past 2 weeks with Tag, Julio's not been here.
Yeah.
Right?
Been living the
Tag is a wonderful man. I mean, he's one of the biggest, with all sincerity, his ass ain't here, so with all sincerity, he is one of the biggest hearted men, one of the most loving people I think you will ever meet. Who's stubborn, hard-headed, and he's convinced fully of his own self. Sound familiar? No, I was talking to me. No. Anyways, he was completely convinced of himself that he thought that he could do the star's job. And the star wasn't here. So we had to kind of take over his show. And honestly, I think we had more fun doing that. So I think that we need to just relax these a lot more and have more fun. So when Roland came in, I did what any sports fan would do. Right? Julio's here. Roland is here. Tag is here. Super Bowl champ. Wait. Let's do a reenactment. Julio's here. You're playing Julio. And I walk in and go, oh, the star is here. Boom. And what does Roland do? Oh. And then he would shake my hand. That he did. So, yeah, that he did that. But, big-hearted guy. Big-hearted guy. Any heart bigger than that guy? Yeah. Honestly, you know what? Do you know any other men with a heart that big?
Passion, dedication. I haven't met him yet. No,
Man, what a good guy.
You probably close with the passion.
No, man, that kid could. That behemoth has so much. It's Twix. So much passion. So you've got to watch it. It was good. All right, so tonight we're going to be talking about purpose.
Okay.
All right? Identifying your purpose in life. So my son, according to dictionary.com, purpose means the noun, the reason for which something exists or is done, made, used, etc. An intended or desired result. It's an end game or goal, right? And then it's a verb, to set as an aim, intention, or goal for oneself. To resolve. Did you get that? Did you control Q that at the right points? All right, control Q that now. And let's just do this real quick. If you didn't catch the last episode, go back and watch it. Or quickly go to dictionary.com and look up the meaning of the word purpose and look at the noun and the verb. And now back to our previously paced show. The Anglo-French etymology of the word purpose is proposer, if you want to say it, which means it means to put forth, right? Propose by design. And in Latin, the word is propitium, something like that, which is design or theme of discourse. Are you following this? Because the entire show tonight is about that. All right? So, I love the idea. Theme of discourse. Are you guys catching this? Purpose is theme of discourse. Let that sink in. And let's go ahead and do a control Q right there, because that is a good thing. All right, I was able to go forward. All right. Are we back? We're back, and no, we didn't go anywhere. And I'm actually really good without going anywhere right now, because sponsor breaks were kind of... So, we'll figure that out later. We're getting there. We're getting ready. What's that? I have no problem if we don't get to them. All right? So last week, Roland William talked about being a champion, the verb, before you will ever be champion, the noun. Right? And I love, that was how he delivered. He goes, you will never be champion the noun until you are champion the verb. He said, if you don't take behold of something, if you don't become the advocate of that thing for which you are passionate, if you don't jump on board and get it done, if you don't champion the cause, you'll never be champion the noun. That was sweet. All right, so purpose is a noun. It's the reason, it's the why we do something. Purpose is a verb, and it's an activity that helps you realize the noun. Much like Roland said, you will never champion until you first champion. We can never live a life on purpose until we first live on purpose. Cut that. All right. Now here's the thing. Ready, buddy? Because you're not adding much. So far, you're just listening.
You keep talking.
Hey, that's all right. Normally, you interrupt. Hey, I said he's a mama's boy. Oh, sorry. Oh, all right. Oh, it's a shirt thing. Had you been here when the show started, you would have understood it. So your O's from the audience, maybe if you can go back and watch. It's on Udicci.TV. Just go back and watch on Udicci.TV. Welcome to the audience. Control Q. So anyways, so interestingly, most of us believe, now just read this, most of us believe that a person has a purpose on this earth. Most people believe that. Yet we really don't teach in schools how to discover that purpose. Who laughed? Over there. Am I right? Am I right? Right? So we do talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs would probably be a whole different conversation, and we could hold that for like a 12 o'clock session beyond the brand. We'll have some more fun with Maslow there. All right, so we've got we do talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Now remember the triangle? Do you remember learning about this? Maslow said like the most important things like your food, your shelter, that's your needs. And then the top is like the highest thing, and that was self-actualization and self-transcendence, whatever, which is a very interesting idea. But actually what it says right here. Self-actualization is the true underlying motivation for our actions. Self-actualization, actually trying to understand, actually recognizing who it is you truly are, is the underlying motivation for our actions, which is really a scary thing. That's scary. That's really a scary thing when you have to actually look at your own motives, and you have to be sincerely open and honest and raw with yourself. Only until then do you not begin to realize your purpose.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, well, let's cut it right there. So once we recognize that okay, I guess I have to go back. Oh, look at me. I have to go back, and I can't go back. It's like I skipped something. And I'm afraid if I skipped it, it's going to be one of those key points that somebody says, yes, but, And I'll be like, I was supposed to have said that. It slipped my mind. It's part of the ADHD thing. And, that's just what happens to me. And Tim would say, well, it was in the computer. It was in the system. I go, yeah, I know. And he says, and I told you we can't go backwards. I'm like, I know. We can't go backwards. Tim, can we please go backwards? That felt good. Oh, wait. Are we there?
Try going forward. I don't think you can.
What's that?
Hold on.
Oh, no, we're live. Oh, I got to go back. You got to go back to... Oh, wait. I think I'm going back. Nope, I can't go back. All right. So, while Tim recovers that, basically, let's have Justin actually say something here. Let's give Justin the opportunity. Justin wanted the spotlight. Justin's earned the spotlight. He's been out here 2 weeks now, busting his hump. Isn't getting paid, but does have a place to live. So,
Sometimes.
let's hear from Justin.
What do you want me to say? What you want to talk about?
I came prepared.
Okay.
I wasn't the one who just walked up in front of the camera.
I didn't walk. You told me to walk up in front
I've
of the
prepared
camera.
for hours to come in front of the camera.
Well,
You got dressed.
I
You
did.
thought that was enough.
Well, you know what? Sometimes the presence is enough. Sometimes the presence is enough.
And you know what? This week will be the highest watched show because of my son Justin.
Exactly.
What does that say about society? Honestly, that is just a commentary on society. But you know what? He's a beautiful boy. So it's a good
Inside and
comment.
out. Inside and out.
He's a boy whose beauty is only covered by his surety of his beauty. What are you going to do?
Is this it?
Nope, one more back.
One more back?
Yep. That's all right.
Hold on. We'll get there.
Yeah, no, it's really okay. So, by the way, we changed the name of our show
The Verbum.
to Verbum. And the whole idea of Verbum, and you can read it out there to get a better description of it, Verbum is actually from the origin, the Latin word, the Greek word. It actually is, the Verbum translates to word, right? The word, way back when, was verbum,
Okay.
from which we get our word,
Verbatim.
hold on, verb.
Or not
Verb,
verbatim.
which means action, right? That defines our actions. So way back when, the most first spoken kind of languages, the word meant action. Let that sink in.
Go forward one at a time. Be slow.
There we go. So we're back. Control Q. Thank you for that. That was a filler break. Thank you for staying with us. You did a good job on that.
Thank you.
You want to stay up here?
No.
All right, buddy. All right, take your chair with you on your way out. Thank you. All right, come on up. And we'll continue the education.
I got you into it.
Families are welcome on Udicci.TV.
I got you that from
She brought me a dollar store gift. Thank you, honey. All right. So you heard the first part about this, and that we're trying to do all this about purpose. And what we just came up to was that self-actualization is the true underlying motivations for our actions. So that means that we have to honestly and sincerely look at ourselves to the absolute core, being honest solely with yourself, because nobody else can be as honest with you. Well, unless you believe in God, then God and you get it. So, and I do, so that helps. That helps a lot because it actually helps you see through yourself, right? And I think that that's the important thing, is being part of something bigger. All right? Because unless we recognize that we're part of something bigger, we'll never actually get our greatest potential. You following me?
No,
Are you hearing me?
I hear you.
That's all you have to do, because
You
that's
okay.
So no. I gotta explain, because all that really has to happen sometimes is you just have to hear the word, because sometimes it takes a while for the word to sink in for you to get it.
And what's the word? Purpose?
I just told you. Purpose. There we go. All right. So tell me what I was gonna do.
You were like
All right.
talking really, really fast.
Okay. So as we work to become our greatest self, we find that we are part of something greater, right?
Yes.
That's one of the things. Like it's like we start out as this baby, and it's like, oh, the whole world is about me. Like that woman who just gave birth to me, she's still here for me. And all of a sudden you start realizing, wait, maybe there's more to the world than just me, right? Mm-hmm. And you actually become your greater self. You become better yourself because you find that there's a bigger world. So your best self is found through the biggest worlds, the most relationships, the most experiences in life, where you can non-judgmentally consider somebody else's opinions and learn from them. And where you can consider and go, wait a second, I can learn from somebody else with every word they speak. Now, it's helpful if those words are being spoken by somebody trustworthy. Mm-hmm. So you got to test where those words come from. Mm-hmm. All right, why don't we let you talk on purpose? All right, you want a control Q there.
What does that mean? You keep saying control key?
That's cut.
Oh,
I should just cut. What we need is actually, you know what I need to find? I need to find my little thing, and that's what we'll do. We'll just cut it right here. We should actually put it right on the side. We should put it right here, guys. Our cut should be right here. Boom. It's just fun. That kind of works well.
Purpose.
All right.
Can I say this?
All right, if you want.
All
right. Go ahead.
Everyone. Once we wait, which one? The last
one? Go ahead.
One?
Read them all. Whatever you want.
Once we recognize that we
our part. That's my typing. You have to get used to my typing.
Are a part of something greater. We become motivated to make our mark on that which is greater. Yes.
Go again. That's great.
Read that again.
Do the whole thing.
Again?
Just read the whole thing. You stopped at one sentence.
From here, we look for that which we have to contribute and begin developing those talents to deliver them to the best of our ability.
Okay, now pause. Because you're doing this, we'll control Q.
What?
All right? No, now you're on to the next one. I've got my reasoning.
Oh. You just cut me out, though.
No, what those are stops, so that we can then go back later on and create them into little segments. Because right now, everything is a huge 1 hour thing. And how many kids watch 1 hour segments?
Me.
Right, but because your dad kind of is part of this whole weird social media thing, right? So obviously you would, but and other kids will eventually, right? But right now they watch like
Movies.
Vine.
Movies.
So we need to cut things shorter than 1 hour. So sometimes when a good point has been made, we can cut it right there because it's a full.
People are still watching.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. People are still watching. We're live constantly.
Hello. Let me continue.
All right. So now we'll control Q.
And once we step outside ourselves, we can see what value we bring to other people. We have answers to questions like, why does this person or group want me around?
Keep going.
Once we understand our purpose, we must discipline ourselves to deliver on our purpose. We can identify our own personal mission and take action that results in us individually, delivering us to the greater self and the world, the purpose for which we were put on this earth.
What do you think? Is it good? I'm liking this. All right, let's go ahead and stop it right there.
I got my nails done.
You got your nails done. All right.
They
So with that, we're going to go ahead and continue our show. Miss Tuss, are you going to come on up here? All right, come on up.
Her little purse.
That's your little purse?
That's my little purse.
Oh, I thought you were saying that was your little purse. So
This and don't start. What was our topic today?
Purpose.
Purpose.
We're here on purpose.
Did you put those things in there?
Some.
Did you put the ones, my triggers? Because I don't remember them. I sent them to you. You told me to send them to you.
If not, we'll pull them up on my email.
Okay.
All right. So, by the way, hopefully August 1st-ish, we'll get you on the system, and we'll actually talk online, and then they'll be there.
Okay.
All right, that's where right now that's what we do behind the scenes.
Okay.
So, but it's we'll be able to talk just like on Facebook, but we'll have conversations.
You know, I'm just learning Facebook right now.
You don't have to learn Facebook. You can Udicci it. And you'll like this, one of our behind the scenes things. We sit there and we go, Facebook tells you what people are doing. LinkedIn tells you what they do. Udicci helps you get it done.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So that's kind of the software piece of it. All right. So what do we have here that looks like the little thing? Nope. Doesn't look like I have any of the points in.
Nope.
So let's pull those up. I know you sent them. And that's me. Like little tasks are my worst tasks. Dun, dun, dun. Go ahead, Phil, on purpose. Phil.
Are we filming?
Yeah, we're live.
We're live?
We're just always live. We're always live. Okay, we're not always live. Actually, we started at 2:30 today, and we did have a few half hours down, but we're going for the idea that we're going to be just live throughout the day.
Oh, okay.
Right, and just keep doing this kind of thing throughout the day.
All right. Well, today we were supposed to talk about purpose, right? Mm-hmm. You did your little opening monologue already?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, we're good there.
While I was upstairs talking to Amanda and forgot that.
Yep, we're all good. Well, yeah, and so my daughter joined the opening monologue tonight.
So she did the fill-in.
Yeah, she did the fill-in. But she finished up that tonight, so that was good. So your point was, does everyone have a purpose?
Right.
Is purpose and does it change over time? What are some of the potential barriers one might encounter, and how do we overcome those? And before we go there, last week, you made me sad.
What do you mean I made you sad?
You made me sad.
You went back and watched the show?
No, while we were here.
I went back and watched.
You made me sad.
I went back and watched it.
And you were sad.
It was hysterical.
You said you were sad. You were like, you said you were sad.
Yeah, there were a couple of things. I said, don't bring me down.
Right, I was sad. I'm like, wow, she doesn't love me.
No,
Mommy.
No.
She was mean to me. My mom watches, by the way.
It was the topic.
Yeah, my mom watches.
I think it was the
We've
topic
talked about
that
you.
brought me down.
We talked about you.
You talked about
Yeah, she loves you.
She said I was sad too.
She's like, oh yeah, she's good. You could talk with her.
Well,
can viewers sign in tonight? Hey, why is my mom not watching?
Isn't your mom?
Somebody go tag my mom and ask her why she's not watching. Tell her to sign her butt in. And why is my wife not watching?
I thought your mom was over there.
What do you mean?
How can you tell?
Post it on Facebook right now.
Oh, the thing over here now tells us who the viewers are. If there's a little form they can put their name in, and then they can send messages to us.
Where do you see that?
We don't have anybody doing it right now.
Oh,
But it's right here.
Why am I disoriented? Isn't there usually something on that screen?
Yeah, because I'm putting points in.
Oh.
No, hey, I'll tell you what. Why don't you just throw me under the bus once, and then I come back up? He's not quite dead.
Because I keep looking over there, but I don't see anything. I feel
maybe it's your glasses.
I should be looking in the camera.
Maybe it's your glasses.
I should be looking in the camera.
That.
Okay,
are we ready to go on anything? Are we ready?
We're always live. That's what you guys just told me.
All right. Control Q. Tess is finally going to say something that matters tonight.
Okay, so this is what I was thinking of. The topic tonight was purpose. So the reason I asked that one question, does everyone have a purpose? Is that what I said? Mm-hmm. Does everyone have a purpose? Because I know that I always felt that we're here for some reason. No, I don't want to eat that. Everyone is here for some reason. My ex-husband, who I'm sure doesn't look at YouTube and will never see this, he didn't feel that way. He just felt that we're born, we live, we die, and then we don't exist anymore. And I used to say, how could you feel that way? Everyone is here for some reason. And he said, no, you're crazy. So that's why I posed that question. Are we here? And I spent the majority of my life, and I think that it is organic, I spent the majority of my life trying to find just what is my purpose. And it's somewhat frustrating not knowing what that purpose is. Is it this? Is it that? Is it, where do I belong? Who's my tribe? Do I belong with a group of accountants and my purpose is to do this? Or do I belong with artists? And so I would say that probably up until maybe the last 6 months ago, I finally figured out what my purpose was.
Hold it to the end.
Okay.
All right. So you guys, go ahead. Let's. Udicci, cut. Take one. Control Q. Control Q again. And Tim, do you have a microphone? Are you done playing over there? Because you're part of this conversation tonight.
Yeah.
I told you to prepare.
Yeah, and I didn't have
you're
time to prepare.
really slacking.
You know
Yep.
you know what we really need?
Yeah.
No.
Mike's to go to Detroit.
No, you know what we really need?
Mike the
We
traitor.
We need a little
Going to
window up
Detroit.
there so we can see ourselves.
Well, we originally had that, and Julio and Tag didn't like it. They felt it was distracting. So, what I think we're going to do.
Well, you don't have to have it on for every show, right?
Right, we've got one programmer. So we got to figure out where all the priorities to fix those things go.
Well,
At the feature.
Well, here's
feature.
my take on it.
Unless you have a way to clone me.
Wait. Here's my take on it. The reason it would be nice for me is, number one, it's a good way to know that you're live. Even though we record what goes on when the screen has something on it. But the other thing is, I always go back and watch the show on YouTube.
Okay.
And had I known that I needed to pull my dress down, so I didn't have this line across the middle here, I would have seen that on the TV.
So a couple things too.
So today I wore a different color, and you notice how I'm sitting.
Yeah. And you know what? We're trying to figure all that out. We had a conversation one day.
I don't look like I'm sitting. Do I look busty? Do I look busty?
Does the camera add an extra D?
No, I want the focus away from the stomach. Is the key. I noticed that on last week's show when I went back and watched it. I could just see this. Thank you. So let's get back to purpose.
All right, on purpose. Are you ready yet, Tim? I mean, we've got like fantastic fill happening over here. You know, it's good, it's engaging. People
I
are
wasn't
staying
touching
with us,
that with a
and you
10-foot
weren't
pole.
paying-
I wasn't
you
going
weren't
there.
paying attention.
I leave that for you. My purpose is to let you make the fool of yourself.
I do a good job of that.
Yes, I know you do.
I do a good job of that. You know, and actually, real quick, I think that even there's a part of finding your purpose where at a point in time you have to put yourself so far out there that there are many who will think you a fool.
Yes, you have to be.
There's no
willing
doubt
to
about
take
that.
risks.
Right.
You have to be willing to take risks because you may think that you found your purpose, but you haven't really.
That's right. You have to keep exploring that. So we lost him. We had him. You saw it. You saw it. He was talking to us. Right.
He hears Tom Petty.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What's
huh?
that? No, it's upstairs.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's just make sure that it's, we're good. You guys just keep the sound going. You know, people can tell us if there's a
But
sound
don't
issue.
we always have music upstairs?
Oh, we always do. We
Yeah.
just have to go a little bit louder.
I just have to be closer to the mic.
Yeah, we need to figure out louder anyway, simply because I want to start doing some bigger stuff. So, we'll figure that out. And I don't care for a while. If we have to go back to the mics, we'll go back to the mics.
Okay.
All right, we'll get longer cords and just hold them if that's
Are
what we
you
have
guys
to do.
going to see Tom Petty?
When is he here?
He's
No.
going to be out at CMAC.
Oh! So I wonder if they're playing this song on purpose.
Possibly.
Did you
He's
see
not here
that?
now.
Did you?
He's not here now.
I made the transition.
Oh.
And then you didn't stick with the show. Let's try that again. Are you ready for Control Q? Ready? All right. Dorky joke, take 2. What's that? Do you think they're playing that on purpose?
Purpose. Possibly.
Oh! So that's why they're playing that song.
I don't know. Possibly. You would think possibly a marketing company might have figured out that if somebody's coming to town, you play their music. But I don't think this is a marketing company. I think this is somebody else. But nonetheless, if he's coming to town, people would actually be thinking about him and
I
therefore
think people
playing
should
him.
go see him.
And they'd be fun to go to. So,
I've not seen him live.
What's his name again?
Tom Petty. Tom Petty and the
He's a
Heartbreakers.
heartbreaker. Oh, okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready, waiting.
All right. Well, no. Let's not talk about waiting. We asked you your opinion 20 minutes ago.
About purpose. Tim.
About purpose.
Yeah.
I said I have a purpose to let you make the fool of yourself.
That's it? That's your whole perspective. That's it. You know, it's funny, though, that you said that. We went to watch Glenn Beck's thing at the movie. They're doing this thing on Common Core, which I think is an interesting topic. We need to take on Common Core. Very, very not partisan-oriented topic. And some real, like, he had different perspectives. And that's a whole different topic. Nonetheless, we went and watched it because, like, he's doing what we're trying to do, right?
Oh, okay.
He's got the money behind it.
Right.
That was being done at Tinseltown, in the movie theater. People would show up and that you could interact on your phone.
Okay.
Right? So, I'm like, I gotta go watch that, too.
Okay.
So, that was definitely cool. And when I was watching that, I actually noticed that Stu is really the wise ass. He kind of brings the sarcasm to the show.
Okay.
So in many ways, I'm like, you know what? That's it. Tim needs to bring the sarcasm to the show. But you know what? Tim just handed that responsibility off to me by saying that I get to make a fool out of myself. So on our show, we're going to flip it around. I have to bring
There's
the sarcasm.
nobody better at sarcasm
where
than
are
Chuck.
Our liner notes. We still don't.
We don't have they were in here, but we're waiting for having Tim to
You
tell
can
us
put that on my
something on
shoulder.
purpose.
That was my fault. I
He's not
kind of
going
screwed a
to
couple
tell us.
things
He's
up.
not going to tell us on anything on purpose, is he? So here we are. The other thing is purpose. Oh wait, no, actually, we can go on from here because I do have some stuff over here.
Okay.
All right. I gotta get beyond. Okay.
There we go.
Identifying
I
your
gotta see
purpose. All right. Yeah. So identifying your purpose, because I thought we can't just sit here and talk about what purpose is. We gotta help identify it. So I thought this was interesting. Identifying your purpose begins with knowing who you are. What do you love to do? Write, cook, design, write code, talk, teach, learn. What do you think you are supremely qualified to teach? I think I found that one somewhere. I heard it online. Somebody else.
Okay.
I thought that last thing. What are you supremely qualified to teach? I thought that was a good way to start approaching it.
Well, I think that's a good way to approach it. But what I in my journey of finding my purpose, you told me I'm not supposed to tell you what my purpose is until the end.
Right.
But what I found.
Why do you tease?
What I found in the journey was there's an element of letting go.
Yes.
Of stop looking for it. Because when you find it, you will know.
So
Stop looking
here's
for
my question for you. And since none of us have taken hold yet, at least in this room, of what we believe to be our greatest purpose.
Oh, I have.
No, you're pursuing it.
No, I know what it is now.
Right, you're pursuing it.
Yeah, I'm
Right now.
doing it. I'm actually doing it. I'm
you
fulfilling my purpose right
Is
now.
it fulfilled?
Yes.
Not yet.
Yes.
Wait, so you're done.
No, what
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when you say fulfilled, I mean your purpose doesn't end as long as you live. So you're fulfilling your purpose.
Okay.
It's a gerund.
It right, but fulfillment. There's a fulfilling is the act of contributing to. Fulfilled is the completion of it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. And what I'm saying is that once you find at least in my case, my purpose, I believe that when you find your purpose, there is no end to it until you are gone.
Okay. So now let's say, how about this? Do you believe it ends when you're gone, or what then?
I think it ends when you're gone, but I do think that you leave a legacy.
I think.
So I'll give you another clue, okay? In finding my purpose, when I finally figured out what it was, it came to that how do I say it? It was on the quest of the trail of my paternal grandfather.
Interesting.
Working on a genealogy.
All right. Hold on a second. Let's cut there, and let's continue.
Okay.
So you feel that you started finding your greatest purpose when you were on the path to exploring your paternal grandfather.
Working on a family genealogy.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Okay. Oh, so the story is, I decided to do a family genealogy. It was kind of tied into my writing.
Okay.
Because my mother always wanted to write a book about the two of us in our life. And I'd been working on the memoir. And my mother was a storyteller. So I knew a lot about my maternal side because my mother had always talked about her family.
Nice.
So nothing was
Nice.
written down anywhere.
So the stories of your family. Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
and
Cool,
so
cool.
I remembered the names. And so when I started
How's it
doing,
going? Sorry.
when I started doing the maternal side, I was able to find people based on the names that my mother had given me. And there were many things that came out of that. And by then, my mother had passed. So I couldn't go back.
So you started finding your purpose based on the names that you inherited in your genealogy,
No,
sort of.
I'm saying that I
No.
started on the path of doing a family genealogy. I worked on my maternal side until I hit a wall.
Okay.
And then I started working on my paternal side.
Okay.
But the nice thing about the paternal side is that although my father has passed, I still have an aunt and 2 uncles who are now in their 80s.
Oh, okay.
So I had people to ask questions of.
Nice.
And so I had heard about my grandfather, but what I learned was my paternal grandfather was born in Barbados. Okay? He was an educated man. He was a talented man. He was an artist. He was a composer. He was an accountant. But
Hold on a second. Tim, are you catching this?
Helping it.
All right. I want to make sure you go back. You need to listen to her story. All right? And I want to create a social solution to accommodate these. All right? What we'll do, I want to build now, what I just told him is we'll build into our system the ability to tell the story of your family tree.
oh, okay,
Right?
That would be great.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be great.
All right.
So this is what I found out about my grandfather. My grandfather was born in Barbados. He was one of 12 children. No, one of 13 children, and he was the only boy.
Okay.
Okay. Now, he got married in Barbados and had, I think, 2 sons, and then he had 2 sons or a son outside of his marriage. He left Barbados and he went to Panama. And when he went to Panama, he got married, and he also had a family on the side.
Okay.
And he lived there for years. So I had 4, 5, 6 uncles there. He left Panama and he went to Cuba.
So what through all of this started revealing your purpose, your passion?
All of the children that he had,
Okay.
because he met my grandmother, who was from Montserrat in Canada,
Okay.
and had 4 children with her when they emigrated to New York.
Okay.
But all of his children, the only ones that are not accounted for are the ones in Cuba.
Okay.
All of his children knew where he was, they knew who he was, and they knew they had siblings. And all those children found each other.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
So this story is going to really make sense once everybody knows what your purpose is.
It'll make sense.
Beautiful. All right.
It'll make sense.
So we're going to let him hang right there.
We'll let him hang right here.
Is that, well, you know the story about it. Is that a good spot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is a good.
Huh?
That's a good spot.
Okay, good.
It's a good spot.
All right, so let's go ahead and control Q that, guys. And
We
the
got
other...
a tag over there. We got a tag over there, making
So-
faces at me.
Really? Where? No. Oh, she's taking over the room.
Oh, okay.
So one of the other things that I was saying here about identifying your purpose, and we can go through it, maybe it'll pull it together, is that your purpose is the highest goal. That aspiration within yourself that you believe should be done.
I agree with
Not
that
that you
100%.
necessarily think it could or even can be done, but should be done.
And I actually feel that it must be done.
Okay, that would be a good
It
edit.
must be done.
I don't know, so let's capture this just in here. A good edit right here is that must be done. I like that.
It must be done.
I just need to edit that talking point to say must be done. Not a big deal. It's not if it doesn't happen, it's not a big deal either.
Because
All
if
right.
it isn't done, you're never fulfilled.
Yep.
You're not
Yep.
fulfilled.
So it's kind of like if what you're doing right now, you are not finding any, and this is dangerous, listen to me. But if you're not finding any purpose or fulfillment in what you're doing, you need to examine your life, and it's your life that you need to examine, not somebody else's.
And move on.
You need to look at yourself, the inside, the true, honest, see it. All right. I'm done. I'm on my little soapbox, right? All right, so recap. Your purpose is the highest goal, that aspiration within yourself that you believe should be done. Not necessarily that you think can or even can be done, but should be done. And you said must be done.
Must be done.
And I kind of said it this way. To understand and appreciate our mission is what I kind of like that we're on, this journey. We must look beyond ourselves.
Yep.
In an odd paradox, to fully understand the greatest we can be individually, we must look beyond ourselves. We must find that passion which drives us to make a difference in life. We must seek something greater, whether it be God, the universe, or simply our community. There's something greater than us.
I think if we go back to the beginning where you said you have to know who you are.
Yeah.
And I believe that you can't figure out who you are until you know where you've come from.
Exactly.
And that's where the genealogy came in.
Yes, I think that's absolutely true. I think that there's a friend of ours, Phil Coleman, I think believes heavily in that. I want to talk to him about it. It won't be as friendly as when you and I talk, because I'm going to be like, boy, I'll take you out in the court, in the ring. No, not in the ring. He's he does professional, the amateur professional wrestling in town.
Oh.
It's his hobby. He's a good guy. He's a fun guy. He performed at our Festivus thing. And
you had a Festivus thing?
Yeah.
From Seinfeld?
Yes. Yeah. We didn't get to record it. It was the first time we were trying to use all of our equipment and everything failed. It was a miserable night. We'd been working for like 4 weeks to get it all ready to go. Oh my gosh. There are a few bad videos online. And actually, guys, we can get that from Clay. We can actually get Festivus from Clay in its raw form and post it. I just have to get it from him. So if one of you guys want to reach out, let's just coordinate that. We'll put it up online. Mike, you can probably do it through Dropbox. We need to find a way of transferring large files easily. All right. So the more we can figure out that you can do from Detroit. Oh, wait. Dude got a job in Detroit, too. I'm sitting here going you know what? Go back. Take your sorry butt to Detroit. Take your sorry butt. No job. And we're going to throw you a couple, scraps. And he's like, dude, I got a job. It's where I was.
Tag.
And I'll throw you scraps.
Tag. Step away from the screen. Tag. Step away from the camera. Tag. Step away.
Don't bump it.
Tag. Step away.
He's trying his best. He's trying his best to carry a show alone. All right. Are you guys, let's control Q that, and let's kind of start from here. So, are you good?
Baby's waving at you.
Bye. For a minute, let's imagine our best self. Right? Consider yourself years from now having accomplished all that you feel is necessary to reveal your best self. Okay? I need some work, but if we can get the... Udicci. Thank you. That's promotion. All right? That's promotion. How would that feel? Confident, right? I guess I want people to think about that. I don't think we have to answer it here. I want people to think about that question. And I need that question to be a little bit better said. So why don't you help me phrase this thing?
Again, I think that really an important part of the process is letting go.
Okay.
I had to let go. Instead of making it the Holy Grail. What is my purpose? Is it this? Is it that? You have to let go.
We need to talk about how to let go. And I think we'll probably have to do that on another show. That would be a good one. Let's do a topic on how to let go.
It's not really that
it's
hard.
It's surrender. No, it's a whole topic.
Yeah.
Verbum, one word. That's the name.
I don't even know what that means.
Did we tell you that we changed the name of the show?
I know, but I don't know what that means.
Okay, did you hear earlier? You'll love this. You'll love this. All right, guys. Just give me a control Q so I can explain this. All right. So verbum, and I'm going to do a poor job of explaining it, but verbum is the Greek and Latin word. So like one of the first, words that we can trace the English language back to, those two early ones, right? The etymology, I'm sorry. The original word for word is verbum.
Oh, okay.
Right? And we love it, right? Because we get the word verb from that. Our word that describes action.
Okay.
Right? So we love the whole idea of saying, you know what? Verbum. Your word is your action. Because I think right now we have so many people just talking.
Yeah.
Right? So we kind of like this idea of like, yeah, your word is not just some empty thing. You know what? It meant something back when. Let's make it something now.
Right.
So that's kind of why we like it.
Don't say stuff that you haven't thought about.
I thought about that.
I know.
What do you think? I pulled that up.
I
do pull out.
Yeah, I know. I can tell when you do that.
Yeah,
but anyway,
yeah, I tried it. I know.
I think it's the letting
But that's
go.
just my little. It's letting go. All right.
Letting
So
go.
we're gonna let go of this segment. If you guys control cue that, and we're gonna go on real quick to what was the next part of this? Living on purpose, right? So I wanted to really say, like, so after you kind of identified your purpose, how do you go about living on purpose? Okay, so you think that's the answer, letting go.
No, seriously. No, seriously. I'm not supposed to tell what my purpose is, so it's hard for me to explain.
Well, you know what? I think that we're going to have to pick up this show at another time. I think we're going to have to pick up this topic where it left off. Maybe we can lead into surrender. Because honestly, is there any reason that we have to do a complete thought every single time? There's probably a good reason that they would have to tune in next week if they want to hear it. So here's what I want to do. I want you to tell us your purpose and introduce how you go about acting on it, and then we'll pick up acting on it from there.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, what I found... Are we on? Okay. What I found in this search for my grandfather was, and this family, this huge family, was that it was spread across the world. Because not only did he have, and he never got divorced, by the way. He just kept relocating to another country. And then he would marry someone and have an outside family. But what I came to find out was all these children knew each other. And I started to introduce myself to the first cousins I didn't know.
Oh, cool.
So, for example, I have one of his children from Panama was a doctor, and he immigrated to Mexico. And so those cousins grew up in Mexico, and I met them for the first time, one of them for the first time in Atlanta.
That's cool.
And one of the things that I found out is that everyone in my family is a healer.
Really?
Everyone in my family is a healer, whether it's spiritual, metaphysical, or MDs, right? They're all healers. And once I realized that I came from a family of healers, I began to self-examine my life and what it is I do. And I said, I realized that throughout my life, my adult life, that I have been healing people. Not in the sense of having a medical degree, but in my work as a supervisor, in my work as a mentor, in my encounters with people. People were always bringing either their problems, their thoughts, or their suggestions, or their life stories to me, and I was giving them either my advice, my recommendation. So in effect, I was healing them.
So what you're telling me here is that you're going to be on a lot more shows and people are going to be talking to you.
Well, it could be, but to come full circle, what I realized was I was serving my purpose my entire life.
And just didn't know it.
And I didn't know it.
Now that you know it.
And now that I know it and have accepted it, I'm more receptive to letting more people come to me, and I will actually sit down and listen to them and let them tell me their story. Whereas before, it might be begrudgingly, depending on the person or depending on the story. I might say, oh, geez, do I have to listen to this sob story? Whereas now that I've accepted that role, I just sit back and I let them talk, and then I give them whatever I feel they need to have from me.
Interrupting with the real show here. You got
Oh, I'm sorry.
2 minutes.
So somebody talking on living life on purpose, within our passion, and talking about loving and healing people and making their life better, and your sorry ass is the show? All right. You know what? We're going to let his run. He's going to run. We're going to let it your show.
Yeah, well,
All right.
I'll watch the raid.
So we're going to come back. We're going to talk next week or some other week. We're going to pick this back up because this is what happens. We get interrupted by tag. And we didn't even get to do a little bit of what we wanted to do tonight. So we're going to have to come back to this. So if you'll control Q that. And Mike, you come up here.
Mike!
And
Mike's leaving us.
Mike's leaving.
He's going back to Detroit. Yeah, he's leaving.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
How's
Am I
that
on
stomach
now?
looking, Tish?
Am I on now?
How's that stomach
Are we good? Are we good?
You know what? I want to know why it is that.
Today I wore Rochester.
Who?
This is Mike. I know you guys know who he is, but Mike Mike was the first Udicci person I met. And
Oh, yes.
it's Mike's cards that I've given to everyone.
true.
All right.
So they're all going to be calling you, even though you're back in the.
So hey.
Like, I don't know who these people are.
Can we be real here for a minute? Can we be real?
Be real.
Because this is like Real Talk 360, man. Can we be real?
Real talk.
It's real talk, man. It's real talk. You know, you are going to be missed, undoubtedly.
Yes.
As I shared with you this morning, I think you're making a
Are
mistake.
you doing a tag?
I think.
This thing never
What are
works
you
for
doing?
me?
You're not
It never
listening at all.
works.
What's new? Why would I expect tonight to be any different that you're not listening at all?
The show.
Yeah, we're actually on the show. So all of that to say that what was Sheena? Sheena is why isn't she signing in?
No one signed in.
Right, I want to know. You know what? And I'm like, why isn't my wife signing in? If you can't be here in person, you sign on to Udicci.TV and you watch the show. Look, it's getting better. We get it. It's not great every week. You try this. It gets better.
Remember the phone.
Are we ready to go on yet?
We were making fun of you guys last week.
Is this the media computer?
Ronnie, we were making fun of you guys last week. Did you watch the show? We were making fun of you guys. We had the phones and we were doing like this.
All right, now we might have a understanding. So we're going to take a brief, short break while we do some fixing here, and we'll be back. Just deal.
Why is it
just
when
deal.
our show ended,
You guys
everything got
carry
quiet?
Carry the show.
All right.
When you get ready, here, Mike.
So what do you think?
About what?
I was busy adding things for Real Talk 360 because Julio sent his talking points at 3 o'clock, so I didn't get to add them. They wanted me to talk about purpose and what I had learned while I was here in Rochester. I've been here since February of 2009. I moved here for a engineering job and got laid off there last June, and now I'm headed back to Detroit to the company that I was working for previously. Full circle, but what I definitely have learned through Udicci is giving your heart to a purpose, which is community, being in the community, being collaborative, and just giving your heart to get the heart of people. So that's definitely what I have taken from my experience.
And that's kind of what I was talking about. Once I recognized what my purpose was, I opened myself up to it.
Right.
And that's what I meant about letting go. Just
question here.
open
Come over here, help
yourself
Tim.
up to it and just let it come in.
They're helpers.
All right, we gotta let you guys. We're have to come back up
Okay.
here. Hey, come carry the show for a minute. We gotta fix something here. Huh? We'll send Mike up with you.
How much money did you guys raise?
4.
Roland Williams?
So far, well, I mean, I'm involved in a lot of stuff tests. I don't just do one organization.
I know, but I've
So
only
far,
seen you.
they've raised about 13